years, the advice was simple. Get your Bitcoin off exchanges, put it on a hardware wallet, and it's safe forever. Now, over $100 million has vanished from those exact devices, and the owners did nothing wrong. There's one specific date buried in your wallet's history that tells you whether you're still exposed. I'll show you exactly how to check it before we're done. I'm your crypto compass. Let's get your bearing. Today, I'm breaking down the Coldcard hack, a hardware wallet flaw that's already drained more than $100 million from self-custody holders, with the total still climbing. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know the exact question to ask your own wallet, and I'm not giving you the full number behind this case until we get there. If you've spent any time in crypto, you've heard the golden rule. Not your keys, not your coins. Move your Bitcoin off the exchange onto a hardware wallet, disconnected from the internet, and you're untouchable. Sentiment's actually been firming lately, with Bitcoin holding near its best levels of the week, which makes this story land harder. This isn't a panic-driven scam that thrives when people are scared and desperate. This is a quiet technical flaw that's been sitting inside a trusted device for years, waiting. The device at the center of this is the Coldcard, a Bitcoin-only hardware wallet made by a company called Coinkite. And here's the detail that makes this personal for this channel. Coinkite is Canadian, headquartered right here at home. So this isn't some overseas platform collapse. It's a flaw inside a product built by a Canadian company, trusted by security-conscious Bitcoin holders around the world. Now, here's exactly what went wrong. Here's the mechanics, step by step. Back in a 2021 firmware release, some Coldcard devices started generating wallet seeds, the master recovery phrase that controls all your funds, using predictable software randomate number it instead of the device's dedicated hardware random number generator. That sounds technical, but the plain English version is this. Instead of a truly random, unguessable seed phrase, some wallets ended up with seeds that could theoretically be reconstructed by someone who understood the flaw. Starting late July 2026, attackers began systematically draining affected wallets, not one or two, but thousands of addresses across multiple coordinated waves. Blockchain analytics firm TRM Labs now has high confidence that more than 1,596 Bitcoin, over $100 million, has been stolen from roughly 7,300 addresses across 3 confirmed waves plus more than a dozen smaller incidents. And researchers say the real total could still climb toward $130 million once every affected wallet is accounted for. That's a scale most people assume only happens on exchanges, not on the safe device sitting in their desk drawer. Coinkite moved fast once the pattern was confirmed. They shipped emergency firmware updates. But here's the part that surprised even experienced Bitcoin holders. Updating your firmware today does not protect funds that were already exposed. The new firmware only guarantees safe seed generation for wallets set up after the patch. If your seed phrase was generated on a vulnerable version anytime between March 2001 and August 1, 2026, that seed should be treated as compromised permanently, even after you update. In other words, the fix protects your next wallet. It does nothing for the one you're already using unless you take an extra step yourself. That's the number I promised you, and it's exactly why this isn't a just update and move on situation. So, what do you actually do? Check when your current seed phrase was first generated on the device. Most wallets log this, or you'll know roughly when you set it up. If that date falls between March 2021 and August 1st, 2026, don't wait to see if you're targeted. Assume the seed itself may already be known to someone else. Create a fresh wallet using the updated firmware, or better yet, use a manual dice roll method for true randomness, which several security researchers now recommend as the gold standard, regardless of which device you use. Transfer your holdings to the new, properly generated wallet as soon as it's ready. Don't leave funds sitting on a potentially exposed seed just in case. That's exactly the gap attackers are exploiting right now. Now, let's take a quick reading on where the market sits before we wrap this up. If breakdowns like this help you actually protect what you're holding, hitting subscribe means you'll catch the next one. I cover Canadian crypto news and safety every single week. This story matters beyond Coldcard owners specifically. It's a reminder that cold storage isn't a single guarantee. It's a chain of decisions, and every link in that chain matters, right down to how randomness gets generated inside a device you trust completely. For a channel built on Canadian crypto safety, this is about as close to home as a security story gets. A trusted Canadian-made product, a flaw hiding in plain sight for years, and a $100 million wake-up call for anyone who assumed hardware wallet automatically meant safe forever. Self-custody is still the right instinct, but this hack proves that even the safest feeling setup deserves a second look. If your Coldcard seed was generated before August 1st, 2026, that's not a maybe. Go check it today. If this helped, subscribe and hit the bell so you catch every Canadian crypto safety video the moment it drops. Next up, I'm breaking down another Canadian regulatory move that's about to change how you buy crypto in this country. What's your biggest question about hardware wallet security? Drop it below. I read every comment.